the importance of focus, where you focus your attention. Because of our nature, our creative nature, can't help it, it's the way it is. You focus on something, you look at it, you see, and then you give it power, or you say what it is, whatever. It's actually being that way because we animate dull matter. We give it life and as such. That's part of what we do, because this is what God does, or the divine, and we're part of that. So one of the things that we want to do, and it's kind of like what I think the word is discernment, is really what I want to talk about. The power of discernment. And that means, and people say, oh, well, you're judging. Well, obviously, but you're not condemning someone, or you're not, you know, you can perceive where someone is, but you also perceive who they are. They are a divine being. Yes. And yet, what may I say? There may be, I don't know, different forms of humanoids somehow, or different choices that people have for what they're expressing in their lives. And what we want to have, trust our own discernment as to whether something is good for us or not. And then you don't have to justify what you know and what you feel and what you sense. Not what the mind has made it up. The mind can make up stories all the time, because that's what the mind does. That's what it's doing. And it's always working on your opinion and what you believe and what you accept and what you're afraid of, what can get you, all of these things. This is not you, because you have no fear, given who you are. And with discernment, you know, and you also use the common sense, you can discern truth from false. And yet what happens is people get very attached to whatever side they're on, but not realizing that the same people are giving the money to pay the people to generate it, to make it look like everybody's doing it, and use the media, all this thing, as a distraction from you knowing and being who you are. And then the mind, then people take off and they believe the mind, and they run after the mind, and they follow the mind. The mind is leading them, when you're not a mind. You're a divine being, all-knowing, wisdom itself, part and parcel of the beloved, the divine. I call the mother, father, or the divine lovers, our source, partners, best friends. That's, yeah. So the power of discernment. And that means that you should also trust your knowing. I remember years ago, you know, going to cocktail parties, and you just kind of had that yucky feeling in your stomach, and you're drinking the wine and whatever else to kind of numb that, so you could start to relax, whatever, and then become also obnoxious, like me. So anyway, yeah. But that was medicine, though. That's what we were trying to relax. And then the stress, you know, and the fear and all of this stuff, you know, all of this happening, and the self-torture all the time, and in the mind analyzing, what shall I say, what shall I do, will they like me, won't they like me, what's happening, who's he talking to? I mean, on and on and on. Self-torture. It's your mind But it really isn't you. But it is not you. You have no fear. See, when we feel separate from the love and the knowing, it's because we've separated ourselves by our choices and our actions. If you feel separate from the divine God, who moved? We did. And the return home that everyone is seeking isn't just some electronic frequency or someone going to pick you up in a spaceship somewhere. Not. Right down. Home, right here. Do it right now. Just breathe. Notice where you are. Feels good. So yes, that's what focus is about. And what we focus on, we give power to. So we want to be discerning as to what we're giving our power to. And why? Take the power back. Own it. Now.